manipulated a bank to over 6 transactions, cause a total loss of $780,000 to an elderly individual from the retirement fund.
She's charged with a criminal offense of.
I'm saying she's going back. She's going back.
$750,000. It just so happens that it happens at the time where she gives birth. I mean.
Welcome to Bench Report Court Cam.
Okay, show you. Ms. Gillis.
Yes.
Good morning. So your lawyer is asking for me to set you a bond. I don't know. I've never met you before, and I have about 5 minutes to get to know who you are, to see whether it would be right to set you a bond. I have no idea what you're charged with, but the problem is that you are an inherent flight risk because you're wanted out of another jurisdiction. There's a warrant in some other state, and we got you here. Mr. Kim.
Your Honor, around October 31st, 2023, it's alleged out of Pennsylvania that this now defendant manipulated a bank to over 6 transactions, cause a total loss of $780,000 to an elderly individual from the retirement fund. There has been regarding the affidavit, when speaking with the complainant, states that the checks for the individual were mailed out to her name with the corresponding physical address. On notification from DHS, it shows that she is an international flight risk, and due to those factors, the state would be opposed to a bond for the extradition.
Why would the Department of Homeland Security say that she's an international flight risk?
I'm not sure. I can reach out to them, but obviously if I reach out to them, I can reach out to DHS and ask why. I only get the notification, and so I haven't spoken with an individual. But
What other criminal history does she have?
she does not have any others, just the 6 incidents arising from this affidavit.
I can clarify.
Please.
Possible. I believe they think she's an inherent flight risk because they arrested her at an airport on a connecting flight, which sounds terrible, doesn't it? You're thinking, oh, she's leaving the country.
Really? Was she headed out of the country?
No, really, she was going to Jamaica. She's from Jamaica. She comes back and forth for business. She's got an H1,
H2B.
something about H visa, and her father is a U.S. citizen. Here's the kicker, Judge. She gave birth January 30th of 2025.
Okay.
She's breastfeeding. So when our lovely county got her, they said, too bad, so sad. She's been in custody for 4 days. They've refused to give her access to a pump. She has asked for a heating pad to do it herself. They've only given it to her 2 times.
I mean, we'll see about. I'll reach out to medical. Don't worry about that. I'll reach out to medical.
That is insane.
Yeah, I know
But,
it sucks.
Like
And
6
that can
days
happen.
later, and I'm like, she was clearly arrested with her child. Okay, so it's not like she's lying. But I just think because of that, let's add some other things, because that by itself is like, oh, that sucks for you, right? But it's a 2B. It's not like she's a flight risk. It's not like she's a failure to appear. I get that it's like a theft by deception because of some bank mailing thing. She's never given an opportunity to go turn herself in. So I think that considering the fact she's never had an opportunity to turn herself in, this is not where she's just like running the country. She comes here back and forth. Her child is born here. Her father lives here. Connected with the fact that she has some problems going on with her 1-month-old that she's going to have to figure out. I'm asking for a PR bond. I'm asking to give her a chance. We've already done her wrong.
Before I give her a PR bond, I would like you to figure out why they're saying that.
For the international flight risk?
Yeah.
I'm more than willing to
Not only that, but you're telling me that she does this all the time? Let me see.
Do you go back and forth? You can tell the judge yourself.
I have a travel visa. I have a visiting visa for the US, which is a 10-year visa, and also have a H2 visa, which is a work visa. I worked in Utah. I worked in South Dakota, South Carolina, Massachusetts, Florida for the past 5 to 6 years, back and forth, and I also do extensions.
Prove all this.
Yes, I do. The currency office do have my passport with my visa currently stamped in it.
So let's do this. Let's roll it to tomorrow, because I don't think now it's wow. Is it already 11:30?
Yes.
Holy moly.
So they do have it downstairs in the old.
Tomorrow, I want proof that she does all this international travel routinely, so we know that she's not just trying to take off.
No, sir.
And then I'd like you to reach out to them to see why is she an international flight risk. Is it a 2B?
It is.
you know? I'd like to know how they justify saying that, right? Or if you just think because she's on a flight now. I don't know.
I only
That's why.
get, I'm,
So,
I'm perfectly willing to call. I'm just obviously aware of making the call to DHS regarding the pending Pennsylvania charge. I don't know what's got the trigger, so. Because she doesn't have an ICE right now, but because she's on a visa in
Oh,
terms of
Judge,
what they
this
decided to
is,
vote.
this
So,
is crazy.
so like I said, I'm
Because
willing
then
to,
the ICE is gonna put a hold on her.
that's what I mean, is like, I'm
ICE is
willing.
gonna do it regardless.
ICE has not put
If
a
she,
hold-
no. If she's here with the proper documentation, they're not gonna put a hit on her. If she's here with the visas, then there's no reason for her to put a hit.
Judge, they're deporting students nowadays, but hey, that's okay. All right, I'd like to put you on the email with medical about the breast pump. I find that outrageous.
Yes, I will help you with that. Don't worry. But I'm not prepared to set her a bond yet when with
Okay,
Mr. Kim saying the international, and then she's on a flight to Jamaica.
we'll get the proof. I'm gonna have to zoom in tomorrow though, but I'll get it handled.
Sure, of course.
Okay.
Yes, sure.
Hi. Good morning. Hi, Mr. Kim.
Judge, we're here on Jovicia Gillis. Last time we talked 2 days ago, you asked me for proof of her travel back and forth. That's her I-94. So when it says ARR, it means arrived in and departed from. So you can see, yes, she departs, arrives, departs. She's back and forth for years. Just a snippet. She works on H-2B visas for about 6 months to 2 years, depending on her contract, through various companies. Stein Erickson Collection, it's hospitality, was in 2020. South Carolina Kiowa Resort was 2022 to 2023. And then the most recent one, April to October of 2024, was St. Joe's Company Hospitality, where she works at various resorts. After that, she was here on a vacation visa, so she was not here illegally. And then she has to go back to Jamaica, get her new contract, and come back. So
Have you seen this, Mr. Kim?
I haven't, but I verified through DHS. So it wasn't a misrepresentation, but she was previously on a work visa. However, it expired last year. So legally speaking, she's on a tourist visa. And Shreya's tried her hardest, but she's armed with allegedly $780,000. She's not an American national. She's out here on a tourist
So what
visa.
we would do is we would have her surrender a passport then.
yes, let's do it.
So I mean, that's what it says. Like if Judge rules out, it's going to be the first thing, but just because with the amount of money, just allegedly the amount of money that she has stolen and the fact that she's here on a tourist visa, I'm still opposed at no bond. But if the court grants a bond, that would be my request for.
I mean,
conditions.
I'm okay, we have no other criminal history, right?
No, Judge, but
It doesn't appear that she's a danger, right? She's got a young kid. Did the nursing thing work out?
No, but almost, because of red tape. So I bought it with my own money, but because of red tape, they won't let me bring it. Don't worry, I just verified from Sylvia that at some point, we came upon the conclusion that if you deny the PR bond and if whatever, we're gonna bring her to court every day so she can pump. Then in the afternoons, she has to go to the hospital every day.
I don't know about it. I'm not going to do a PR bond because I think that at the very minimum, you need to have some skin in the game so that
Okay, what kind of bond were you thinking?
I don't know what.
I said I still stand by. I have to defer the court because I'm still standing on the no bond because of the circumstances, and so I don't want to beat a dead horse, but just in terms of the allegations and over the long period of time, and again for the other same reasons, is that
I mean, she's alleged to close to $750,000.
So how much?
That's
She's not convicted. This is the question I asked today. She's not convicted. She's charged. And we're not talking about the underlying facts. It was a 2B. There could be various defenses. All we're talking about is how to get her to Pennsylvania. But if we are considering the underlying facts, I would like to know how much Harris County, the sheriff's office, and this court values a mother's right to breastfeed. 770,000? If we're talking numbers, because she has been denied access. The Harris County Jail has admitted and is scrambling. And I'm talking CEO of Harris Health right now. Like they are scrambling. They have been asking me multiple times, why is she not getting a PR bond? Why is she not getting a PR bond? So I'm asking you that on behalf of the people that I've spoken with, why she is not getting a PR bond, knowing that they cannot provide those facilities. And we're at the point where I have to bring her daily. I'm appointed and I paid for it with my own money. I'll donate a $300 pump, but they won't take it. So because of the red tape, she is,
Bring her here so she can she use a pump here?
so I
You guys
bought,
okay with that?
that's the thing. They said, we don't know if they'll allow that because technically she can't go back to the holdover with the pump I bring. So that's asking me to every day bring a pump so she can pump. I'll go home, I'll disinfect it and I'll bring it back. But this is insanity, Judge. She's a nonviolent offender. We don't even know if Pennsylvania wants to pick her up. We're fighting, I mean, the state is fighting a battle and saying this woman cannot breastfeed. They barely are getting a pump. And I find this absolutely crazy. She's been in custody for 6 days. She has to go to the shower and hand express. They refuse to give her,
Look, she's charged with a criminal offense of.
I'm saying she's going back. She's going back.
$750,000. It just so happens that it happens at the time when she gives birth. I mean, it never, when someone gets arrested, it's never at the best time. Oh, you know what? Thank God I got arrested now. I mean, shista happens, right?
Sure.
It just does. But there's consequences to behavior.
And let's take her passport and make her go back. I have contact with her father who's going to come get her. I've contact with her mother. She's not leaving the country. There's no flight risk.
So for what it's worth, in terms of if she waived, I asked Amy to call to see if it flipped to a waiver, because technically, legally, right now, they're only pursuing a governor's warrant because she's a refusal. So I asked Amy to call to figure out when the fastest they could come if she waived today. And she got a hold of Corporal. They're supposed to call her back today because the person in charge of it.
Know that Pennsylvania still.
That's the other question I asked, because technically the decision would lie with the prosecutor. So she's right now calling the DA's office in Pennsylvania, because the sheriff's office only obviously facilitates whatever that decision is. As far as what the extradition confirmation was, they are willing to extradite.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, I can't show preference to anybody. I get it that she's nursing and stuff, but how am I supposed to show preference to anybody? I have to be fair to everybody. I can't show preference.
It's a nonviolent first-time offender.
Well, and so that's
Flight
why
risk.
I'm not asking you for $25,000, because otherwise in this type of situation, I would say no bond or somewhere in the neighborhood of like 25 grand. So I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Like $1,000?
I know.
Fine,
1,000?
sure.
Okay.
There's consequence. Can you bring her out, please? Guys, do you mind bringing her out? Gillis?
And sorry, and this obviously is relevant, were you able to confirm who actually has her passport to surrender? Because if that's going to be a condition of,
The DHS wherever she got arrested.
okay,
Oh, I'll ask her right now. She knows.
okay. Because I'll have to
So
call, because I'll
what's the
surrender.
actual charge? Is it like misappropriating?
So the way it was written was theft by deception, false impression. But then I'll have to because the alternative is if it's going to be kept in DHS, then it would be an order from the court that would be submitted to DHS so that they don't inadvertently release it to another authorized party. Because otherwise it would have to be surrendered to the clerk's office, which obviously to facilitate that, that's going to take a couple of days. So you have to bring it here and release. I don't know what kind of form they have to fill out.
So I'm going to give this back to you. Do you want to see this? So it looks like she
Well, I
does.
took on the travel.
Does travel credit.
Did I forward it to you? I don't, there's so many emails.
I don't take
Um,
issues on
Here,
the
you want
travel
it?
part.
Let's, come on, Amy, say they don't want her.
I don't recall, they didn't answer. I think they're on lunch break because they closed during the lunch hour system.
Seriously?
Yeah, I did leave a voice message with the person I talked to.
I will call after the approach.
Well, regardless though,
Well, no, I'm saying if they don't want to extradite, then the bond becomes irrelevant. And I just- that's the
Then we
case.
don't have to fight.
I'll call, I'll figure it out. I'll get it to somebody.
I mean, I can't imagine that's why, really.
It's Pennsylvania.
I don't
I don't know.
Who has your passport right now?
It's in Olden,
What do you mean holding? Like which?
here downstairs.
Oh, they have it here.
So then they would have to be surrendered to the clerk's office.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's at the,
Yes, evidence.
got it, okay. So
Okay,
that's even
And
better.
I think Paria has a copy of the form if you don't already have one to
Okay,
have.
I'll email it.
so your lawyer is asking for me to set you a bond so that you can go turn yourself in to Pennsylvania. I will acquiesce and I will set your bond at $1,000. However, before I do that, I'm ordering you to surrender your passport because I'm not going to trust you that you're not going to go. You do a lot of international flight and I don't want you to take off on me
No,
because I need you to answer the charges that you're wanted for out of Pennsylvania because that's what we do. So the other thing I need you to understand is that from the time that you bond out, we give you 2 weeks from the date of your release
Yes,
to
sir.
turn yourself in that jurisdiction. If you fail to do that, the bond that I set here now, I'm going to revoke it, set it at 0. I will not give you another one. I will issue a nationwide warrant for your arrest. You can't run forever. I will get you, and this time I will physically hold you. And it doesn't matter if you're nursing this or if you're doing that. I don't care. You need to understand that. I
Understand.
cannot show you favorable treatment. I understand that you're nursing, but I have to treat everybody the same way. It doesn't matter if Jesus was here. I have to treat everybody the same way, and I do. I try to be as fair as possible, help you out as much as I can within the limits of the law. So understand, I'm happy to set you up. Well, otherwise, because if I thought you were a danger or flight risk, I wouldn't set you a bond. So I am going to set you one, and it's a low bond at that, at $1,000. Normally it's, 5 to 10, but understand, I'm going to hold you to it. So if you just take off and you don't go turn yourself in, you understand?
I was planning to drive over and not fly over, where it will be a little bit more easier for me to get
That's
there.
probably a good, well,
Yeah.
look.
Yeah, you'll get arrested at the
Shreya
airport. We already talked about
exactly
your
how
dad
to do it.
driving you.
You don't want to take another risk where they,
Yes, sir.
because understand, we're letting you out. That warrant is still a valid warrant. So you get stopped somewhere else, they'll take you into custody. So you have to be careful. The only other thing I'm going to say, don't wait till the last day
No, sir.
because, all right,
Understand.
anything else? Question?
I'll meet you back.
Well, do you think you'd be able to get it today for the passport surrender for,
Me?
well,
Oh, I'll do it right now.
okay,
Yeah, I'll make sure I don't leave the court without it.
okay.
I
I'll
have
stand
two
down until that.
passports, so I'd have to
What?
double check.
What do you mean you have 2 passports? Where are they?
Because one is they're downstairs, so.
Okay, well, both of them will go.
Yeah, now it's both.
Because I think one is the H2B.
Well, guys, I'll let you
Okay.
talk about it.
Well,
And-
all your
Sorry.
passports. Got it.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for watching. Stick around longer and click the highlighted videos to your right. See you there.